City Series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
Leather's nice and firm, has a tough feel to it too. You'll see it more from the other angles, but it's very consistent throughout the shoe, which is good. Black eyelets, white laces, red Jumpman on the tongue, black text, you know, where it says Flight. All the usual white cement 4 color placement. Got black and cement gray on the midsole with the black paint splatter on the cement gray part. Some white back here. But getting back to the leather, there's really no defects on it on these whatsoever. No wrinkles or any of that, which is actually crazy, you know, in a good way. And of course, that doesn't mean that it's going to be this good on every single pair, but the fact that there's like no flaws on these at all is a really good sign. So let's hope, but we'll see. And they come with this orange Nike Air hang tag like the OGs did. Here's the inner side. See how the leather over here is also no wrinkles, no defects. Very nice. Look at the other shoe. Same thing. And if you buy Jordans regularly, you know how rare this is for both shoes on both sides, you know, to have no leather wrinkles or defects or anything. So it's good. Nike Air on the back, of course. They got the paint splatter on not just the gray part, but also, if you look closely, you can see it's on the Nike Air as well. Back side of the tongue is black. It says Air Jordan upside down in red text. Interior is white, and insoles are black with a red Nike Air logo. Here's the outsole. Cement gray, white, black, and red. Great color blocking. They come in this OG style box. It's nice and sturdy. Same box as the most recent military blue and fire red forest came in. Splatter pattern paper on the inside. And another white layer under. And here's the box label. Air Jordan 4 Retro and Summit White and Fire Red. So crazy that they just have Summit White and Fire Red. No gray, no black. I don't understand what's so difficult about that. Like, I know it's 4 different colors, but like, you had space. Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now let's see they look on feet.
If I fucked your bitch, she told you we just friends. Lie to you again, that was just pretend. If I fucked your bitch, I probably got head too. No disrespect towards you, but that bitch don't love you. If I fucked your bitch, it's because she let me. Don't be trying to press me, cause shit could get messy. If I fucked your bitch, we keeping it real low. You might not ever know, I'm fucking her better though. If I fucked your bitch, I wouldn't even. Alright, let me start off by saying I never really liked white cement 4s like that. I always thought they was mid, to be honest. They do look pretty nice on feet sometimes if you lace them the right way and wear them with the right fit, but they were always the least appealing OG Jordan 4 to me, and I never liked them enough to ever want a pair personally. And I still feel the same way about them, but putting my personal opinion aside, these are nice. You might be wondering, like, how is he gonna say he doesn't like white cement 4s, but then these are nice? And when I say these are nice, whether I like them or not, it's a good resemblance of the OG. The color blocking and everything's on point. The quality's good, but what's really nice about them is the leather. What I'm really talking about when I say nice is how smooth and consistent it is throughout the shoe. If you buy enough Jordans, you know what I'm talking about. Even sometimes when they
use really good leather quality, there's gonna be some part on the shoe where the leather's just wrinkled or something like that. And like I was showing y'all before, on these, there is none of that. At first I was thinking I might have just gotten lucky with a really good pair, but I've seen a few others and they also seem to be the same way. So it seems like that's just how they're coming with these, which is a good thing. And of course, out of all Jordans to do that with, they would do it on a pair that I don't plan on keeping personally. I hope they keep the same energy for like Great Fives and honestly everything. Like, we pay way too much money for these shoes for them to be doing shit like they did with the Black Cement 3s. They did bless us with the well, I'm not sure if everybody would consider it a blessing, but some would say that they blessed us with the mass production. That way everybody who wanted a pair was able to get a pair at retail. But where they didn't bless us is on the quality control. And you know, I kind of try to, when they do that, I kind of try to give them the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, well, they made a lot of pairs. But when you really think about it, what the fuck does that have to do with the quality? Like, because they're making a lot of pairs, like, we should just excuse the shitty quality? Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you made 1,000,000 pairs or 1,000 pairs, like, y'all have the capability of making leather like this every time. So there's no reason why, just because they made like 1,000,000 or whatever pairs of the Black Cement 3s, why there should be an excuse for the leather to be that ass. Because when you really think about it, like, that doesn't even make sense. And even if it did make sense, like I said, we pay way too much money to be dealing with that. Like, the amount of pairs of Black Cement 3s that I had to buy just to get a good left shoe and right shoe that both had smooth, consistent leather, good elephant print, and matching elephant print was fucking ridiculous. Like, I really think I might have bought close to 10 pairs of those in my size. Not because I was trying to resell 10 pairs, literally because I wanted to make sure that I had a good pair. Black Cement 3s are one of my favorites. So I'm not about to be walking around with my shits looking crazy. Like, those are one of my, you know what I'm saying? I love those. So I have to have a really good pair. But I just shouldn't have to do all that. And that's not the only release that I had to do that with. Like, there's a lot of releases where I end up buying more than one pair just because the first pair I got or the second or whatever pair I got at first didn't have the quality control of my liking. And maybe I'm just a picky person. Matter of fact, I know I'm a picky person, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, the amount of money that we pay for these shoes, I'm not one of them people that be like, oh, we're paying $200 and they only make this much to make. I get it, they got to get their money too. But in the event where they got to make their money, how much extra does it cost to make the leather like this on every pair compared to what they gave us on the Black Cement 3s? Like, it can't be that much. And even if it is a little bit more, guess what? They fucking raise the retail on us all the time. So y'all need to be raising the quality too. I really wish they would do all releases like this as far as like the leather consistency. I'm sure they won't, but they could at least do it more often. But enough about that. Leave me a comment and let me know how you feel about these and where you would rank White Cement 4s among the other OG Jordan 4 colorways. I think for me, it's Black Cements at number 1. Number 2 is gonna be either Fire Reds or Militaries. I'm not really sure which I like better, but 2 and 3 is Fire Reds and Militaries, or Militaries and Fire Reds, and then 4th would be these. So let me know how you rank them. I've been hearing the stock on these is not going to be limited. We saw Metallic 5s, Flu Game 12s, and even Cool Gray 9s come with limited stock on their recent re-releases. And according to a few sources, these will not be as scarce as those were. So that sounds good and everything, but I'm going to take that lightly because I still feel like these are going to be tough to get. It's a popular OG colorway. They're a white, gray, and black shoe. And they're releasing Memorial Day weekend. Are y'all shitting me? These are gonna go crazy. Everybody's gonna be outside having cookouts and events and stuff, and people gonna want to get fly. They're gonna want a new fit, so everybody's gonna be trying to get the new Jordans. It's not like it's a shoe that's an inconvenient colorway. Like, it's white, black, and gray. It goes with anything. People gonna be outside with the white tees, and you could throw on any bottom with these. You know what I'm saying? You could throw on some black shorts, some gray shorts. You even get away with red. Like, people are gonna want these. They're gonna be a big seller. Like, I ain't even worried about what the stock is. I don't know exactly how many pairs are being made. I don't even like to get too into that because people be lying, people be backdooring, which offsets the stock that actually gets released. So you never really know exactly how many pairs are getting released. It's just too many factors that go into changing that number to, in my opinion, ever really be completely sold on somebody saying, oh, there's this many pairs. So even though they're saying a general release amount of pairs of these is being made, if you want them, I would not sleep on them. I never took the term general release to mean like overstock. I could be wrong, but when they say that, I take it as these won't be as limited as Metallics, Flu Games, or Cool Grays. But I don't think it means that they're gonna mass produce these like they did like Black Cement 3s or Columbia 11s, for example. But who knows? They really could do whatever at this point. If they make too many, people are gonna complain. If they don't make enough, people are gonna complain. So at this point, you can't even really blame them for whatever quantity they decide to produce. But like I said, if you want these, do not sleep on them. I'm not saying go crazy and pre-order them for somebody for a ridiculous amount over retail, but just make sure you try on release day at release time. Resellers should definitely be able to eat off of these. Even if they do make a lot of pairs, if you have these in hand on the 24th to resell, you'll definitely be able to make some real easy quick flips that day. I'm not exactly sure what the profit margin will be, as I do expect the market on these to come down over the next couple of weeks, but regardless of what the margin condition is, it should be decent enough for it to be worth the time. And I want to say I would not hold these because most releases nowadays are best to get off initially when they're hot and demand is at its peak. But I wouldn't be surprised if these ended up being a good hold. I don't think it'll be worth it, but I know people love white cements, and neutral colored shoes like this tend to go up pretty well over time. See how that's happened with metallic 5s, and they've like maintained their value. They've actually gone up a little bit, I think, but like Flu Game 12s, for example, have gone down in value since the release. But anyway, if you're still watching this, I'm wishing you the best of luck in getting these in your size for retail if you want them. If this video was helpful and informative in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more early reviews like this and any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap that little bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.